army head on, and look at this. IdrA saying you're actually the worst player I have ever seen. So IdrA here is just raging right now. He is so angry. Drewbie here running in here with dropships. He's gonna try to do some kind of an economic harass, but of course the Ultralisk just waiting to pick off the Marauders when they land, so that is not gonna happen. Really, IdrA right now, if he could destroy these backdoor rocks, he could open so much more entrance, so much more avenues of attack to hit Drewbie with, but he is not doing that. He's choosing to barrel down that front door, and really, that's just has not been working out for him all day long. He is getting infestors with ventral sacs, or excuse me, with pathogenic glands, so he's going to try to get some fungal growth, possibly use it for a neuroparasite as well. Finally getting melee weapons. He's also getting ventral sacs, obviously, for his overlord, so he might try to drop over the Terran blockade as well. Ultra's here trying to chase down the Marauders, and they're just trying to bust through these rocks to get up to where the Marauders are. The dropship still being annoying to IdrA, obviously, and it looks like Drewbie here gonna push forward through this backdoor entrance, doing what IdrA should be doing, and he's gonna try to do as much damage as he possibly can. If he can bust down these rocks, he can really open up an opening to attack the vulnerable main, where there are really a lack of forces. I'm not sure where IdrA's Ultras are. They're still chasing the dropship over here, and the Terran army has just barreled through the front of IdrA's main door. Oh my goodness, IdrA here in a lot of trouble. He's gonna possibly lose his spawning pool, his hive, and his Ultras cavern. The Ultras infestors running from the south to try to help out. More Ultras trying to come back into the play to save Drewbie's, or to save IdrA's main base. He's lost his spawning pool, could possibly lose his hive, but more Ultras running in here, and that should be enough to break through and finish off Drewbie's attack. And it looks like, yes, it will be. Meanwhile, Drewbie dropping off a couple of Marauders to do some economic damage. But IdrA here has just got a mass Ultras. He's got, let's look at the unit stab. He's got 7 Ultralists, 3 Mutalisks, and a couple of Infestors. He's got 8 more Ultralists on the way, so he's just massing Ultras at this point to try to win the game. He's at 188 supply. Drewbie is at 140. His gold is actually mining out right now. His natural, excuse me, his second natural is actually still fully healthy, but he does not have much bases left to work off of. Effectively, Drewbie right now is on 1.5 bases. He needs to get another base desperately, and it looks like he is going to get a command center and try to control this expansion over here. While IdrA is currently at just every base possible. He's got like 7 bases at this point in the game. He's got full map control. He's got a walking elephant tusk army of Ultras, and I don't know if Drewbie knows what to do. He's trying to get 250mm strike cannons to deal with the Ultralists, but I just don't see that being effective because you can't stun Ultras. They are immune to stun, obviously. And at this point in the game, Drewbie is just waiting. I guess he's just waiting for something to happen, but he has no map control. He has no real army bulk. He's at 193 supply, but I just don't think that he's got enough to beat IdrA at this point. IdRA's just got too many Ultras, and you guys all know how powerful Ultras are against a Terran mech. Drewbie needs to get more Marauders and possibly go to Battlecruisers. I mean, Battlecruisers might be what he needs to deal with the Ultralists right now. We're just waiting to see the conclusion of this game. IdrA still with map control in the center of the map with all of these Ultralisks. He is not raging as much as he was before, but he's got so many Ultras on the map. What can Drewbie hope to do? His gold is nearly mined out. Looks like he's pushing out with his combined Terran army to secure this expansion, and this is going to be the crucial point in the game. If Drewbie can hold on to this expansion, then he's going to buy himself more time in this game. But if he cannot, then he's pretty much going to mine himself out. He cannot afford to trade armies with a Zerg player, but later you go, all the Ultras getting taken out by the Terran Ball. That Terran Ball is so powerful against against everything. When they stim up, they do so much damage, and it looks like Drewbie is going to be able to secure this expansion down to the south. Nice play from Drewbie pushing forward and doing a lot of damage to IdrA's Ultralisk army. Looks like Drewbie now does have an avenue to attack this bottom right-hand corner expansion as well. IdrA banking 1,500 minerals, 1,000 gas. Drewbie banking 1,200 minerals, 1,800 gas, and 1 hatchery is going to get taken out here. And every little bit does count. IdrA here, 1 Ultralisk popping, gets taken out immediately. And you guys know what? I kind of wonder, is IdrA in trouble here? because now Drewbie has secured this expansion. He's also crushed an expansion over here to the bottom right, and he's got the Terran Ball going on. And on this map, it can be very difficult for Zerg players to effectively surround the Terran Ball. And Zerg needs to surround in order to crush the Terran forces. Every single corridor, every avenue of attack is just choked off, like this one right here. A lot of good fungal growth going down for IdrA, as he is going to surround with one Ultralisk, but it is not going to be enough. And all the Ultras getting taken out by this massive force. Some drop action going on from the Overlords as well. So IdrA trying to hold on, but like I said, it's so difficult to surround the Terran army because of all these, it's just the way the Terran army works. The tighter packed they are, the better. And Drewbie right there just effectively killed off every single unit of IdrA. So IdrA here could be in more trouble than one may think. A couple Ultras spawning down here, and it's just bizarre right now. I'm not sure how the Terran player is still in this game. Obviously, just the Terran resiliency, able to repair those stores. More Zerglings and Ultras running in. I'd really like to see IdrA get some more Banelings though. IdrA here continuing to rage, so he is still extremely angry at the outcome of this game. He's angry because he cannot crush Drewbie. Drewbie here saying, I love Terran, man. And how can you not? I mean, the Terran player is still holding on to the front door. All these Ultras and Zerglings trying to run in to do whatever damage they can, and the Thors and Marauders coming in from the back. SCV's obviously repairing this planetary fortress, means that that thing will never go down. And IdrA here, could he have a valid point? Could he have a valid point regarding Zerg versus Terran? And it possibly being imbalanced, because I just don't see how IdrA has not won this game yet. I mean, he's lost expansions. Every time he tries to throw himself against a Terran army, he just gets crushed. And obviously that's because the Terran army has +3 weapons. His infantry got +3 weapons. More Ultras and Zerglings flooding in from the north. Can IdrA crush this expansion? He needs to make it happen right now. No, forced to fall back once again with tail between his legs. And I still think one of the major reasons why he's not been able to crush a Terran arsenal is because he's been throwing them through the front doors, throwing them through these choke points and these corridors, and this map does not make it easy for a Zerg player to surround. So I really don't know whether I should sympathize with the idea that ZVT is imba, or perhaps because he's just been tossing them into the meat grinder and not trying to surround the Terran army. Meanwhile, IdrA right now, he is at one effectively could be saturated base, one up here to the north, so both players kind of dwindling down in the economy. And this map is just huge, ladies and gentlemen. There are so many expansions. I'm surprised that these players are starting to mine it out. At this point, I still don't know who's going to win the game. Drewbie is maxed at 200-200, which, as you guys all know, a 200 Zerg army versus a 200 Terran army doesn't work. Zerg armies are just way weaker when they're maxed out because, of course, due to the splash of the Terran and the way that the Terran army balls up. So IdrA here almost max as well, 194 under 200. He has broken down these backdoor rocks. He's effectively given map control back to Drewbie, who has now controlled this expansion as well as this southern expansion down here as well. And this could be the defining moment in the game. I know I've said that multiple times already, but whoever can win this next battle, it's gonna come down to this expansion right here, and of course this expansion right here. IdrA needs to crush it. He needs to make it happen right now. He is flooding in with his Ultras and Zerglings, but this is a horrible position. The command center is serving to choke off the Zerg units, and IdrA is forced to run away once again, just not working. Every time he engages in the worst possible position, and Drewbie here saying he wants to use the 250mm cannons, but they do not actually work